welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm super excited for this video today. As you can tell in the title below, I did a pantry organization or a pantry makeover. However, it came with a little struggle. So let me tell you really quick before we get into the video. The day of filming, I was filming everything. Everything was set up, going very smoothly. It took hours, but I got it done. A couple of days later, I was switching my footage from a different computer to another one. And a couple of days after that, I discovered your girl lost half of the footage. I completely lost the first half of the video. I don't know what happened. It is what it is. I was stressing a little bit, but I was like, I can do this. I can figure this out. So what you're gonna see in the video today is the first half. I'm gonna explain to you the steps that I took during the process of organizing my pantry. And it's gonna be a little sit down video. Luckily, I did have some before photos because I also was thinking, I can't refilm it. I can't go back. The pantry is organized. It looks beautiful. I can't go back and make it all messy and distraught just for the sake of the video. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be authentic. So I'm going to just take you through the process. I will be putting some photos of the before right here and kind of just explaining to you what I did in the beginning of the process. So if you're interested in hearing how I organized and redid my pantry and would like to see what it looks like before and the after, stay tuned. Okay, so when I organize pantry, it is a total process that I follow, and I'm going to take you step by step on how I do it. First, what I like to do is create a layout of what I want the pantry to kind of look like. So I do a quick sketch, or you can just write it down if you want to. And I break the pantry up into different categories. So some of the categories that I have in my pantry are breakfast items, lunch items, baking items. I have my breads, I have my pastas, and I also have a snack section. And then lastly, I have two huge bins for like overflow items. So I kind of sketch out how I want my pantry to look, and once I do that, I move on to the next step, which is taking everything out. Yes, I take every single item out of the pantry and just set it on the counters. During this time, I'm kind of looking through stuff to see what's expired and what I can go ahead and just toss. It gives me a chance to see exactly what I have in my pantry. So once everything is taken out, all the expired food is tossed, I go ahead and give the pantry a quick wipe down. Now, what you will see in one of the photos, I do have liners on each of the shelves in the pantry. I do not like the liners that I have in there. They're kind of just the rubber liners that you just set right on top. They tend to move around a lot because if you think about it, you're taking items out and putting them back in constantly. So the rubber doesn't really grip to the wood shelves that well, not as well as I like it to. I think what I'm going to do in the future is buy the liners that has the sticky adhesive at the bottom that you kind of just peel off like a huge sticker, and use that instead. But in this video, I did not do that. I didn't have the time to do that. I didn't have the patience to do that because it is a process with measuring and cutting and sticking and peeling and resticking. It's just the whole thing, right? So for the sake of this video, I went ahead and just kept the liners that I had before in the pantry. I did vacuum up all the crumbs, and I also wiped it down with a disinfectant wipe and kind of just got everything nice and clean. So once all the food items were taken out of the pantry, I had them all laid out on my island and on the countertop. Y'all, it was a lot of stuff. Now, when you see the picture of my pantry, you will see that it's a smaller pantry. I had no idea all those items fit in that pantry. I was shocked. My entire island was covered with stuff, and also I had to use my countertops in the kitchen as well. I started to get a bit overwhelmed. I was really excited just to get it done. I live for this. Pantry organizations is one of my favorite things to do. So I kind of just took a deep breath, sipped some of my water, and got to work. So once everything was out on the countertops in the island, I started to group things together. So I started to group liked food items together. So like I said before, I put all my breakfast items together. I put all the carbs, like your pastas and your breads and all that good stuff together. I put all the snacks together, drinks together, and that kind of gave me a visual of how many items I had from each category. So then I knew how much space I needed in the pantry as well. I also took this time to kind of see what items I could transfer over into my clear containers. So once I did that, the fun part started when I was able to begin transferring things from out of their boxes or their original containers into the clear Better Homes and Garden containers that I purchased. I did show those in one of my previous videos. I believe it was the first vlog that I did. And I got the Better Homes and Garden containers from Walmart. And they are totally a dupe for the OXO containers that you see everywhere that are gorgeous. However, they are expensive, and the Better Homes and Garden ones are way much cheaper, and the quality is just as good. They last just as long, and so far I've been loving them. So before I start to include the footage that I do have from the original video, I'm gonna go ahead and put a picture right here of how the pantry looked before. Now, my pantry was a slight disaster. I really wish you could have saw the footage, but hopefully the pictures are fine and you kind of get the idea of what the pantry looked like before. And now I will go ahead and insert the rest of the footage that I had from the day I filmed. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Don't forget to leave me a comment below telling me how you think the pantry turned out. I'm excited to hear your feedback and ideas. So keep watching to see how everything turned out. Bye. So the next thing that I'm going to work on is, we'll go ahead and do baking goods. Okay, so most of my baking goods are in their containers. So like I have the sugar and chocolate chips. I love making chocolate chip cookies. I'm running low on that too. Don't worry, like I said, I will be making a grocery run. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this stuff in the pantry and I'll be right back. Okay, so one thing that I do need to transfer over into one of the clear containers is cornstarch, and I'm going to use this little guy here. Cornstarch making me look ashy. Okay, so for the last couple things for the baking section, I have like small stuff like cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice and vanilla extract. So what I'm going to do is just keep all those little things in this little clear container here and then go ahead and put it inside the pantry. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to work on is our snacks. And I'm going to take most of the snacks out of their original boxes and we're going to put them in one of these clear containers here. You can get these anywhere. You can get these from Walmart, Home Goods, the Container Store. I don't remember where I got mine, but like I said, you can basically find them anywhere. Also, if you have a bigger pantry, you can get away with having a container for each type of snack. Since my pantry is on the smaller side, I need to save some space. I'm kind of just grouping all of the snacks together in one big container. I also have this really cute glass jar. I think what I'm gonna do is also use this for little snacks, but maybe like all the random snacks or like leftover snack packs that I had. So like some Cheez-Its, we have some granola bars, packs of goldfish, and protein bars as well. So I think I'm gonna put all that type of stuff in here. little snack jar. And this is what the snack container looks like. We have a couple more things. We have a couple beverages, so water. I like to keep water out. I like to keep our water bottles at room temperature and maybe just a couple in the refrigerator. And then we also have, I have a lot of loose bags of tea. So this is another clear container that, like I said, you can find anywhere, and I thought it was the perfect size just to kind of keep tea in. So we'll find a spot in the pantry for this as well. The thing that I wanted to keep in the pantry is like all of our vitamins and supplements and things like that. I need to restock on those as well, but in the meantime, I'm going to put them in this clear bin. Okay, you guys, we are almost done. I can finally see the light. I just have a couple random things here as well. So I have a bag of chips. I'm gonna put that in the overflow bin. I don't have a separate tub to kind of house that in to put in the pantry. So for now, it's just gonna go in the overflow bin at the bottom of the pantry. And I'm also gonna put those baskets in. Then, let's see. Just to put away a couple more random things that doesn't necessarily have to go into the pantry, and then I will be back for the review. Okay, you guys, I am finally finished organizing this pantry. Here is the after. I'm really pleased with the results. I love how everything has a specific spot, and everything is easily seen and accessible. So I'm going to go ahead and get the camera and take you in for a closer look. Okay, so I got the camera in my hand, and I'm going to kind of take you guys closer and kind of explain a couple things. Okay, so starting at the top in the two bins up here, those are bins that I already had. Like I said, most of these containers I already had. I just purchased a couple more or a few more of the Better Homes and Garden clear containers like here, and also the bins all the way at the bottom. But everything else I kind of just reused and already had in my home. So at the very top, I have potatoes and onions on the left hand side, and I have our bread and like tortilla shells and things like that on the right hand side. I put those items at the top because those are the least items, or those are the items that we tend to grab for the least. So I thought it would be a good idea just to go ahead and put those on top. And then next down, we have basically like our beverage and vitamins and supplement section. So like I said earlier, I prefer my water to be at room temperature. So I like to keep a lot of waters inside our pantry. We also have my son's protein shakes. So those do not have to be refrigerated before you open them. So it's a nice spot to keep some in there, and then we also still have some in the refrigerator. And then I have all my loose tea bags in this container here, and then we have our vitamins and supplements next to that. The third shelf down is our breakfast items. So like I said, I am extremely low on protein powder, but I keep the protein powder in there. And then in front of it, that will be the cocoa mix that I like to put in my protein just for a little extra flavor. Then we have the next containers for our cereal. Those need to be refilled as well. And then going over, we have our oatmeal and all kind of just kind of like random loose breakfast items. So we have like our cream of wheat, these smaller cereal bowls that my son like. We have some more protein chocolate mix, almond butter and coffee. So all that breakfast stuff there. Once we go down, this is kind of like our pasta noodle slash soup shelf. So we have our rice there, and we have pasta in those containers there. And then in this basket is like our cups of noodles or different rice that we don't keep over there. Also some chicken and beef broth. So now for the fun shelf, on the left hand side we have snacks. My son loves goldfish, so I put some goldfish in a bigger container towards the back. This glass jar just contains random packs of snacks that we have. And in this clear container, we have more snacks as well. And I kind of just grouped them together. So in this section here is for all the baking items. In the back, I have my white sugar and flour. And then here in the front, I have brown sugar, cornstarch, and cornmeal. And then in the back there, I have, if you can kind of see, is chocolate chips, but I am running extremely low, so I need to get some more of those too. And then from just smaller baking items, like baking powder, allspice, cinnamon, things like that, I have in this little clear container there. And lastly, all the way at the bottom are the 2 bins that I purchased from Walmart, and these are my overflow bins. So if I have extra items that are stored in the containers, but I just have extra, then they will go in these bins. Or if I have like big bags of chips, I have one there. They can also go in this bin as well. And I just keep that at the bottom because once again, these are bins that we will not be grabbing for very often. Okay guys, so that is my pantry makeover. It took a lot out of me. It took some hours, but I love doing stuff like this. It's so much fun. And it's so rewarding seeing the results. Having an organized pantry is amazing. At least for me, it makes me want to cook more, it makes me want to bake more. It's just more exciting when your pantry is so organized, and it's also just aesthetically pleasing to look at, and I love that part. It gets me excited. And it also helps food not go to waste because since everything has a specific spot, I can see the items that we need, or if I decide to make something, I can go in there and easily find the items that I need. So this is definitely going to help save some money, save some coins. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had a blast filming this video. If you want to see more organizing videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe because I definitely will be hitting some more spaces in our home. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in and watching, especially if you stayed to the end of this video. Also, leave a comment below on other things that you would like to see me organize in this home. I love to share more. So I hope everyone have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I'm